If you've ever managed SSH keys by hand, generating them, securely copying them between machines, remembering that passphrase you definitely didn't forget, you've probably thought there has to be a better way. In this video, we're going to set up SSH and Git to work with 1Password managed SSH keys. Your key lives in the 1Password vault, synced across all your devices. You authenticate with Touch ID and your Git commits get signed automatically, no passphrase required. It takes about 5 minutes to set up, and once you're done, you won't think about it again. Let's dive in. Here's something you might not know. 1Password supports generating SSH keys directly in your browser without ever touching the terminal. I have an existing SSH key stored in 1Password I will use with GitHub for both authentication and signing of commits. The 1Password browser extension detects that there's a field that accepts an SSH key and suggests creating a new key and provides me my existing keys. 1Password can generate SSH keys and save the private key to your vault and fill in the public key into GitHub all in one step. You're not copying, pasting anything. You're not switching between apps. Generated private keys are encrypted and safely stored in your vault from day zero. This same flow works with GitLab, Bitbucket, and any other service that accepts SSH public keys. Now we need to enable the 1Password SSH agent. This allows your terminal and Git to use 1Password vaulted keys. Open the 1Password desktop app, go into Settings, and the Developer tab, enable Use the SSH agent. While you're here, pro tip, turn on Display Key Names when authorizing connections. That way, the Touch ID prompt will show exactly which key is being requested and by which application. The SSH agent runs quietly in the background as long as 1Password is open. Second pro tip, free of charge. Enable Start at Login in the general settings. That way, the SSH agent gets run automatically and is always available when you need it. One more setup step before we can test. We need to tell SSH where to find the 1Password SSH agent. On macOS, open the terminal and run the command to discover the current shell and associated profile. To find what we need to add to the profile, head over to our new developer docs link provided in the description. Under Get Started, we have organized the docs into workflows for easy consumption. For SSH and Git, the full steps are provided here, but for our setup, we only need the SSH auth socket details. We find those details in the Authenticate with SSH and Git connection section in the Configure your SSH or Git client. In step 4, we can copy the SSH auth socket text. Instructions are also provided for Windows and Linux. Back in our terminal, let's edit our shell profile, adding the environment variable from the doc and save the file. Let's verify everything is working. Run this command to test your SSH connection to GitHub. You'll see a Touch ID prompt. 1Password is asking for your authorization to use the key. This replaces the passphrase prompt you normally see, except it's biometric and takes about half a second. Tap it and GitHub confirms the connection. 1Password authorizes once per application session, so you won't be prompted on every single command. But unlike a passphrase you've added to your key and forgot about, this keeps you in the loop every time a new app needs access to your key. The last step is commit signing. 1Password has made that really easy, and your Git config can be automatically updated via the 1Password desktop app. Open the SSH key we used earlier. From the options menu, we select Configure Commit Signing. I will have 1Password edit automatically, and like magic, the Git config is updated for me. Now, make a commit. We push it up. Open the commit on GitHub and you'll see the verified badge. That's cryptographic proof that the commit came from you, signed by a key that lived in your vault. One key doing both job, authenticating and signing, no extra setup. 1Password, making the secure thing the simple thing for developers and builders.